Yo, peace was good. Welcome to an installment of albums that never got released officially. This is part 5. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I did a video. Just kind of wanted to take a break, you know what I mean? So, and plus give you guys time to check out the other videos and things of that nature. But it's good to be back. I hope everybody's well. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day to all those that work. You know, it's halfway through the week. We're almost there to the weekend, so just hang in there. You know, you got this, alright? Like I said, this is part 5. I left off with Muddy Waters 2 with Redman, which is funny because he announced that album coming out soon. So, but we'll see how that goes because I'm not holding my breath. Because, like I said before, if it's not how the original Muddy Waters was supposed to come out, if it's not like the original Muddy Waters that came out in '96 sound-wise, then I'm not really interested. So, but yeah, let's start off with the first album, which is Hit Squad, Def Squad related, which Knucklehedz, Suki Savage. That was albums that was supposed to come out in 1993. Knucklehedz, for those who don't know, Knucklehedz is a group with 2 members, a hip-hop duo, which consists of 2 members, Tom J and Steve Austin. They're from Brentwood, Long Island, home of EPMD, and they were affiliated with Hit Squad. They were part of Hit Squad and EPMD. The album had a couple of singles. I can't remember the name of the singles at the top, on top of my head, but production wise, if you guys like, it's like, to me, it's a mixture of EPMD's Business Never Personal album. You mix that with Das EFX's That Serious album and a little bit of No Pressure by Eric Sermon, then you'll get that album, Suki Savage. The album got shelved because of the whole Hit Squad, you know, when EPMD broke up. So unfortunately that got shelved and stuff like that, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But it was just a lot of politics that went through with that, you know. It's kind of, it sucks. That's like, you know, at the time, I could imagine at that time, back in 92, 93, when they broke up, you know, how controversial that was and how heartbreaking that was, you know. That's like, you know, hearing Wu-Tang breaking up. Like, that would be devastating to the whole music world, the whole entertainment world. So I could just imagine with Hit Squad at that time, how devastating that was. But like I said, because of that, it never got shot, it never got released. Although there are promo copies out there that has, like, you know, it looks official. In fact, if you go on Discogs, you type in Knucklehedz, Suki Savage, there's actually a German copy where it has like the booklet and everything, and like, it looks official, like it was actually released. But like I said, it was only a promo. And you guys know with promos are only for like DJs and, you know, record executives and stuff like that. It's not really for the end user, if that makes sense. So, but you know how that goes. But yeah, I would love for that album to come out officially one day, because it's a pretty decent album. It's pretty decent. It's like, they're not the best rappers in the world, but, you know, but they're just having fun with it, you know what I mean? And then, you know, production makes it up for it. So, you know, but yeah, that's Knucklehedz, Suki Savage, released in 1993. It was supposed to come out in 93. Alright, number 2, Kool Rap with the OG version of the Giacanna story. The story with that album, which I'll post in the description box, a very dope article on the making of that album. Originally the album was supposed to come out back in 2000, because at the time he was under Ruckus Records, because before that, you know, he put out an album called Roots of Evil, which is a very underrated album. Very dope album, if you ask me. And how Kool Rap got signed to Ruckus Records was because he put out the first single of the album was a song called Foul Cats, which is pretty dope. But it's like more like underground single. But, you know, it was on the underground circuit, you know, college radio, you know, stuff like that. But there's no video for the song, unfortunately. But yeah, very dope storytelling on that song. And he got signed off for that because of the Foul Cats joint. And so he got signed by Ruckus Records. He was working on the album, things like that. But there was a lot of bullshit throughout the making of the album. Like, you know, his inner camp, like, you know, Mike Heron of Hydra Records, Dr. Butcher, Coogee Rap, you know, they were bumping heads because of the direction of the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Coogee Rap wanted to go this way. They wanted it to keep it like where, you know, they wanted the Coogee Rap, where the Coogee Rap core fans wouldn't be disappointed. They wanted that street shit. Coogee Rap was kind of in between with that, you know what I'm saying? And they just couldn't really see eye to eye on certain things. And Ruckus Records wanted Coogee Rap to make a commercialized record album. Coogee Rap wasn't really into that idea, and to say the least, they didn't know how to market Coogee Rap. And it got to the point where Pharrell wanted Coogee Rap to, you know, go down to Virginia, let him make some beats for him. You know, Pharrell was playing some beats for him, wasn't really feeling the beats, things of that nature. So I'm glad that happened, because I can't imagine Coogee Rap over Neptune beats, especially around that time. Maybe later on, you know, like if it was something like Grinding or Mr. Me Too, like that kind of sound, or What Happened to That Boy by Clips. If it's stuff like that, okay, I could sort of understand, but I just can't see it's. But Coogee Rap at that time, nah, I don't think so. Maybe later on in his career, but not at that time. But like I said, the album was supposed to come out in 2000. There were some songs that, because the retail version of the album only has 14 tracks, and I'll get to that in a bit. There was more songs that were on the original version of the Giacanna stories, like the song First Nigga, which the Primo joint that he did with Primo, that was left off the album. That's now on the retail version. And it's crazy because like a couple weeks ago I found the original version of First Nigga, which was produced by Dr. Dre, and that song they scrapped. You know what I mean? It's on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. I'm not sure if that was like an original version, but it does sound original. But it's okay. But that song ended up being with Ice Cube. The song Hello that he did with Dr. Dre, and I think MC Ren was on the song too. But anyways, I'm glad he passed that song, and you know, Primo version sounded a lot better. But the Primo version is not on the album, unfortunately. It's on the shelved album. And at the time, Ruckus Records was actually going out of business because they were going through financial shit. And because of that, the album got caught up in the shuffle with all the label politics and things like that. And so, you know, Coogee Rap had to find a new home. He ended up going with Koch Records. You know, Koch Records, you know, was very popular, and not in a good way, throughout the early to like mid to late 2000s. All my hip hop heads know what I'm about Koch Records. That album eventually came out. You know, that one was okay. Could have been a little bit better. You know, it has some decent joints, but it wasn't his best album. But yeah, but that's Coogee Rap with Giacanna Story. That was supposed to come out back in 2000. Alright. Next album, At Band Klann, with Grassroots. That was an album that was supposed to come out back in 1992. For those who don't know who At Band Klann are, it's pretty much Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am, back in 1982. But before Black Eyed Peas, it was At Band Klann. It consisted of two members, a couple members. It was will.i.am, but he went by the name will.i.x. I think Will1X, I think it was his name. Another dude, forgot the name of his dude. Can't remember his name. But it was a couple of members, and lo and behold, they were signed to Ruthless Records. It's funny because Eazy-E is in the background, and that's one thing I gotta give respect to Eazy-E and Jerry Heller. Rest in peace to them both. They weren't afraid to sign different people. You know, they weren't afraid to experiment, sign different acts that wasn't just you know, gangster rap. You know, they signed people like Michelle A. Michelle A. They signed Jimmy Z, who was like a sax player, had a whole album. they had this one white female rapper. I forgot her name. I know somebody will post it in the comment section. I forgot her name, but yeah, she had an album out. I forgot the name of it. It'll come to me. But anyways, they were in Yomo Malky, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and I think if Eazy-E was still alive today, I think he would have been up there as far as like one of the most important hip hop moguls. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think people really put him up there with Dr. Dre, with a Diddy or Russell Simmons, which I think they should, because Eazy-E. 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't think they give Eazy-E his recognition as far as like his contribution to hip hop and just him as a hip hop mogul. And I think people should mention him more, and just in hip hop in general. But I feel like he doesn't get mentioned a lot, and it's kind of sad. But anyways, getting back to Appa and Klann, like I said, it was supposed to come out back in 1992, but it got shelved. And in 1994, they put out the first single off the album called Puddles of H2O. Pretty dope song. There's a video of it on YouTube. You can find it. Pretty dope. And production-wise, it definitely reminds me of something Souls of Mischief would have done. If you like 93 Till Infinity by Souls of Mischief, then you would like the Grassroots album by Appa and Klann. It definitely has that vibe, but it's a little bit more darker, more dustier compared to the Souls of Mischief's album. But very dope album. You can find it online. I don't think an official copy was ever released. Yeah, it was never released. You know, it was shelved, but it got leaked. And you know, I think bootlegs were put out online and stuff like that. But you can find it online. Definitely check it out if you guys can. When you guys have a chance. If you guys like Souls of Mischief, like that kind of sound, especially like the first album, then you would like that album. Yeah, so that's Appa and Klann with Grassroots. That was supposed to come out back in 1992. Number 4, LL Cool J with Double L Cools Down. That was a album that came out in 1996. It was an unofficial album. It was like a bootleg album. Just based on what I heard from that album, it's pretty much demos of it was a demo version of Mr. Smith, pretty much, because he got a song called Dead Lover, which ended up becoming Hey Lover, but it was different. It was a different beat, that kind of thing. Obviously the song Mr. Smith, it's the same sample, it's the same song, same sample and everything. It's just called Mr. Smith. It's just I think it's about like 5 minutes longer than the album version. Things like that. There was rumors that, you know, LL Cool J himself put it out. It was under a record label called On Top Records, and I think LL Cool J himself put it out. Production wise, like I said, it's definitely more boom bapish. It's a little more aggressive and stuff like that. It's okay. It's not really the best, but I'm glad that, you know, it's out. You know, you can hear it. If you go on YouTube, you just type in Double L Cools Down. Like I said, it came out in 96, but you can tell production wise it was recorded back around 94. It just has that sound to it. It has that 94 sound, that underground 94 sound. And like I said, it's okay. I'm glad I heard it. It's not the best. I do like the retail version of Mr. Smith better, obviously. I think that's definitely one of his best albums besides Mama Said Knock You Out and 14 Shots to the Dome. Yes, I actually like that album. I know a lot of people don't like that album, but I thought it was a dope album. But yeah, that's LL Cool J with Double L Cools Down, released in 1996. It's on vinyl, but it never came on CD and stuff like that. And it's a bootleg, so it's not an official album. Number 45 or 5, Nikki D. She was supposed to come out with a second album. She was supposed to come out back in 93, 94. Supposedly the album was produced by Bomb Squad. Like, they did the whole album. Oh my god, could you imagine Nikki D with a Bomb Squad sound, with Bomb Squad on this production? Oh my god, that would have been so fucking ill. But Nikki D was said in an interview on DJ Vlad years ago, she was saying the reason why the album never came out was because Leo Cohen, her and Leo Cohen butt heads a lot. You know, she was just asking for more money. You know, she was asking for more money. Leo Cohen's like, nah, I already gave you money. I already gave you money for the album. Like, why do you need more money? She was like, oh, it's just for the album, for a video that I want to put for the album, for the single. But it never came out. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, the album never came out, unfortunately. The video for it never came out. And it sucks, man. But I would love for that album to come out. I mean, just some of the stuff that she did for that Flavor Unit album, Rolling with the Flavor, they came out back in 93. Very dope album, by the way. I think the song was Gimme Head. Gimme Head, I think the song was. Unless I'm confusing that with another MC. But, yeah, if it's anything like that, oh my God. Even though Gimme Head wasn't produced by Bounce. That was produced by SID, which was like an in-house producer for Flavor Unit. But yeah, man, I mean, that would have been dope, man. I would love for that album to come out, but we shall see, man. But it probably would never would, but if it did, that would be dope. All right, that's Nikki D with her second album. Number 46, Doomstarks, MF Doom and Ghostface Killah album. That was an album that was supposed to come out back in 2007. That never came out. They came out with one single. It was a song called Angels. That was burning a lot of waves back in like 2006. But unfortunately, that never came out. And it sucks, man. It really sucks because, you know, they made songs together, like songs like you know, Clips of Doom off the Phixion album, which is one of my favorite songs from Ghostface on that album. That Phixion album is so underrated. Very, very dope. Let me change this shit. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so it's just a lot of bullshit that went with that, you know, and not to mention that, you know, MF Doom doing imposter shows at concerts and shit like Rock the Bells, which turned me off, you know, from MF Doom, you know, being a fan for him. I like his music, but I just don't like, you know, what he did to his fans, you know, especially around that time, shunning the imposter. I mean, there's no excuse for that. Like, you know, you have people that pay their hard-earned money to see you perform, and you know, put an imposter. That's corny. Eat a dick for that, man. So that's just my opinion, but it is what it is. Yeah. So that's Doomstarks with MF Doom and Ghostface Killah. Like, it was supposed to come out in 2007, never came out. Another album, World Renown, self-titled album. That was another album that was supposed to come out back in 1995. For those who don't know who World Renown is, they're a group from they were based out of New Jersey. They were under K-Def, known for singles like Come Take a Ride and How Nice I Am. There's videos for that. And the album got leaked, I think, around 2008, 2009. And that was an album that was supposed to come out like in 95, and it was highly anticipated. It never came out, unfortunately. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it never came out, unfortunately. And, you know, a lot of people ask K-Def, you know, for the album, and he says that he doesn't have the masters for it. Seven Sean, the lead rapper, and I forgot the other dude's name of the group, actually have the masters of that album. So you gotta ask them for that. So it's unfortunate, but the album, you can actually get it online. Like I said, they never came out with a physical, but the digital came out. But like I said, it was leaked, so it was like a bootleg and stuff like that. So I would love for the album to come out, but that would be dope. So that's World Renown with a self-titled album. Number 48 or number 8, Smoothe the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler with Smith Brothers. Because you guys know, you know, Smoothe the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler are brothers, and they were supposed to come out with a duo album. And they were supposed to come out back in like 98, 1999. I mean, can you imagine them with all DR period beats. Oh my fucking god. That, whew. If it's anything like Trigger the Gambler's album, Life's a 50-50 Gamble, if it's anything like that production wise, oh my god, that would have been so dope, but it never came out. So like I said, I think it was supposed to come out in 98, 99, but it never came out, unfortunately. Number 49 or number 9, Papoose with Nacirema Dream, which ended up coming out years later, back in 2013. But the album was actually supposed to come, it was supposed to come out back in 2007. The story with that, he got signed with Jive Records. He signed a $500,000 deal. $1.5 million deal. They never did anything with him. He's recorded. They didn't do anything with it. He left the label, but he kept the money. So I thought that's pretty gangster. But he kept putting on mixtapes, but it got to the point where people got tired of listening to Papoose, because like, yo, put out your album. And by that time, like, you know, around the late 2000s, he just got kind of played out. You know, they hate to say it like that, but that's what it was. You know, people got tired of him. Same thing with Saigon. He was supposed to come out with The Greatest Stories Never Told, which ended up coming out back in, I think, 2012, 2013, and which is a very dope album. And I'm just glad the album came out the way it did. Which Papoose albums, Nacirema Dream, the album that we know today, it was okay. Could have been a little bit better. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was okay. It wasn't really all that good, but could have been a lot better. I think his second album he put out in 2015 was a little bit better than Nacirema Dream. I forgot the name of the album, but that was a little bit better. And the last album, Twista, Resurrection, that was an album that was supposed to come out in 1994. That's Twista, Tongue Twister, Adrenaline Rush Twista from Chicago. The story with that album was that because Common came out with the album Resurrection, you know, he had to, you know, pretty much put the album on hold. And there's rumors that a DJ from Chicago or somebody paid the producer or paid Twista not to put the album out or some shit like that. I don't remember the whole story with that album, but but it never really came out. Like, it came out, but it didn't. It was only sold in Chicago, like, meaning that I think it was only on cassette. It was never really on CD or anything like that. And it was only sold in Chicago. Like, it was never sold outside of Chicago. Not even outside, like, you know, not even in Springfield or Peoria or Evanston or anything like that. It was only in Chicago that would have sold, and that's it. And it's unfortunate because the album is really, really dope. And it's a different album from Twista, because Twista, he's actually lyrical on this album. He's actually rapping slow pace, like, as you can hear him clearly. He's not rapping like, you know, the tongue twisting rap Twista that we all know him. You know, the stuff they did with Do or Die, or even his first album, Running Off the Mouth, that came out in 1992. It's nothing like that. It's actually, he's rapping regular. And the production on that album is very dope. It's very dark, boom, bap. I mean, it's really dope. It's very not atmospheric, but it's like, it's dark, but it's really dope, man. I recommend you guys checking that album out. Twista with Twista Resurrection. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on file sharing programs. Definitely download that album, because that's the only way you're gonna find that album. But yeah, Twista with Resurrection. It's unfortunate that never came out. I would love for the album to come out, but it's unfortunate. Twista, I don't even think even cares about the album, you know, because I think he would have put the album out. And funny story with that album too, the single off that album was supposed to be Suicide, which I think he did put out on vinyl. And in that song, he disses Naughty by Nature, Beat Nuts, and I think that was it. Yeah, he disses Beat Nuts and Naughty by Nature, Tretch to be exact, because of the fact that, you know, people were making disses towards you know, Twista style and stuff like that. So he responded back to them on that song, and he really did his thing on that joint. And I think Twista, I think he won that battle. I'm just keep it real. I'm a fan of Tretch and Beat Nuts, but Twista won that battle, in my opinion. Just check that song out. Suicide by Twista. It came out like around 94, 95. Very dope song. It's about like 5 to 6 minutes long. But yeah, very, very, very dope. And that's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know it's been a while. I apologize. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys heard those albums that I've mentioned? Are you guys interested in those albums ever coming out? Let me know, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Definitely stay tuned for more. Alright? Peace.